All right, Laker fans and NBA fans as a whole, welcome into the live post-game recap of the Lakers' 93-100 loss to the Portland Trail Blazers. The first game of round one of the NBA playoffs, the first game for the Lakers in 7 years in the NBA playoffs, and they fall 100-93. So I'm going to break down what happened. I'm going to be answering your questions live on air as well. Wow. Truly I'm at a loss for words after that game. The game started slow on both sides. Blazers couldn't make a shot. Lakers couldn't stop the Blazers from scoring down low, but the Lakers couldn't score the ball either. First quarter, the Blazers kind of came out a little bit hotter in the second half of that first quarter. They went on a 36-25 run to close the first quarter. That's how they ended it. They went into the second up 36-25. And then turns around, the second quarter, all of a sudden, the Lakers take control, and they take a 10-point lead in the second quarter. Excuse me, not a 10-point lead, but they beat the Blazers by 10 points in the second quarter, 21-31. And it was a close game at halftime. The Lakers finally got it going. LeBron James and Anthony Davis stepped up. LeBron James nearly had a triple-double at halftime. Anthony Davis did not have a great first quarter, but he had a great second quarter, led the Lakers back to prominence to a point where they could get into the game and eventually had a lead. But then the Blazers kind of took over. I mean, the third quarter was ugly on both sides. Didn't look like there was a lot of energy. No team was playing really hard. The defense was meh, but also the offense, just shots weren't falling. And then the fourth quarter, the Blazers, could not miss from three. As I read you out the box score here, Carmelo Anthony had 11 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. He also had 2 3-pointers. One of them came in the clutch. Damian Lillard, 10 of 10 from the free throw line, got to the free throw line at will, plus 19 the box score with 34 points, 6 of 13 from beyond three-point arc. One of them was huge as he knocked it down off a screen from Hassan Whiteside over Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He could not be stopped in the fourth quarter. CJ McCollum in the first half was absolutely miserable. Didn't do anything, didn't help the Blazers at all, and then he came alive in the third quarter, but especially in the fourth quarter, he scored 21 points, had 5 rebounds. He went 8 of 20 from the field. Now, on the Lakers side of the ball, it was Anthony Davis, it was LeBron James, and then it was no one. No one did anything outside of LeBron and AD, and that has been the question about this Lakers team all along. Who's going to step up as the third option? And nobody did it. Nobody stepped up. Anthony Davis had 28 points. He had 2 blocks, 2 steals, 11 rebounds. 5 defensive, 6 offensive rebounds. LeBron had a 23-point triple-double with 17 rebounds and 16 assists. Your next best assist getter was Alex Caruso with 3. And then Dwight Howard had an assist. Danny Green had an assist. JaVale McGee had an assist. And Anthony Davis had an assist. No, JaVale McGee didn't even have an assist either. Just a terrible team performance behind LeBron and AD. No Jared Dudley, no Quinn Cook, no J.R. Smith in this game. Absolutely baffling. The Lakers couldn't stop them from 3. Early on, it was all down low. Nurkic dominated them in the first quarter and in the second quarter. But after that, didn't matter. Nothing could be stopped from beyond the three-point arc. And now, the Lakers are down in a 1-0 hole. And they're the second number 1 seed in the playoffs to lose their opening game as the Bucks lost it to the Orlando Magic as well. Now I'm going to answer some of your questions about this game, and let's go ahead and get them going right here. Like Kawhi asked, did the JR and Dion even play? Dion Waiters played 1 minute. He scored 0 points, and he was a -1 in the box score. Didn't get a shot off. Did not play. J.R. Smith did not play. So no, like Kawhi, they did not really play. Dion just barely played. Perspective Logo X Lakers fandom says Vogel sits Kuz when he was hot. I think they had to give Kyle Kuzma a break at that point, but yeah, look, Kyle Kuzma stepped up in the fourth quarter big. He led the Lakers back to a little comeback here in the first round, in the first game in the fourth quarter, and then just out of nowhere he got pulled and the Lakers lost the game. Not because he got pulled, but I'm sure that had a lot to do with it, mainly because it was really just the Blazers hitting ridiculous shots. Rashard Lee says, LeBron had a triple-double, but they didn't get the win. Yeah. And, that's happened a lot. You see guys like Russell Westbrook and Luka Doncic who constantly get triple-doubles. but didn't get the win, and that's what LeBron happened tonight. LeBron, again, had 23 points, 16 assists, and 17 rebounds. An outstanding game from the King. He couldn't have done much more. He looked more aggressive on the offensive end. He was passing the ball to all of his teammates really well, but nobody was scoring or shooting very well. Let's see. From three-point arc, the Lakers went 5 of 32. That's a 15% shooting percentage from three. Meanwhile, the Blazers, 13 of 34. They knocked down 8 more three-pointers than the Los Angeles Lakers. And now, do I think the Lakers are out of it? No, I still think the Lakers are going to win. I predicted the Lakers were going to win in 5. It's still possible, but now I think this might be a 6 or 7 game series, honestly. And man, what a first game. But in all honesty, nobody looked like they were really excited about this game. Not early on. AD came out slow. LeBron came out slow. I think what their thought process was, hey, we're the Lakers. We've got 2 top 5 players in the NBA. We can kind of coast until the fourth quarter. And then the fourth quarter came along, and the Blazers are hitting everything. And the Lakers didn't care. It looked like there was no energy from this team in the fourth quarter, or in the first 3 quarters. They looked like they were ready to flip a switch in the fourth, but the problem is, one team flips a switch, both teams flip a switch. This Blazers team is experienced. Last year, they went to the Western Conference Finals. They pushed the they pushed the Golden State Warriors, you get Damian Lillard, who's bubble MVP. You got CJ McCollum, who's terrible until the fourth quarter. You had Jusuf Nurkic, who was great all game. They didn't even have Zach Collins. This should have been a game. That's another thing I forgot to mention. The Blazers were without one of their 5 starters in Zach Collins. And they started a rookie in Wenyen Gabriel. And the Lakers lost. Now, if the Blazers get Zach Collins back, what do you think is going to happen? They're going to get worse? No, they're just going to get better. Here's what the Lakers need to do. Next game, the Lakers need to come out swinging. You get a game 2, you get one night off, all right? You get one night off to let it all sit and marinate, and then you turn around on Thursday, you play again. If the Lakers come out as slow as they did in this game, it's over. If they come out as slow as they did in game 1, it's over. I'm giving it to the Blazers. They got to come out swinging. They got to go up like the Clippers did on the Mavs. Go up 10-0 in the beginning. Now, the biggest thing about this, besides the slow start, was also nobody else stepped up. Kuzma stepped up in the fourth, but Markieff Morris was terrible. KCP was terrible. Danny Green was miserable. Danny Green's been miserable all bubble long. He's been miserable in this game too. Caruso had a good game defensively, but he played 29 minutes. But man, you can't start the game this slow against a team as hot as the Blazers are and expect to win the game. A tough loss for the Los Angeles Lakers. Luckily, it's a 7-game series. You got to have better performance from your role players. But LeBron James, Anthony Davis, they got it done, but not enough. Not enough, and the Lakers fall to the Blazers in the first game of the NBA playoffs, 100-93. Keep rolling with me here in the live chat. If you're in the comment section, tell me how frustrated you are. Scroll down the comment section. Just let me know. How frustrated are you after this first loss? And do you think the Lakers are going to win? I mean, that's the biggest thing now is, are the Lakers actually going to win this series, or are they just going to flop? So let me know down in the comment section. It's going to be a dogfight, man. It really, really is, because this is a fun team. Both teams are. But the Blazers right now look like the team that want it more. They just do, and that's the case. You got to hope that the Lakers come out hotter and they come out swinging in the second game, because right now you're in a 1-0 hole. You're the best team in the Western Conference. You can't let that happen. Laker fans, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in with me in the post game. This was all live. We're going live for the games all playoff long, so you're going to want to make sure you're subscribed, you're liking the video. No matter if you're mad, if you're pissed off, go ahead, give this video a like, and I'll see you guys next time.